You of all people, I mean, where are you at Mayweather and McGregor level at this point? Is it almost like you hear those names and it's you got to kind of get into a certain mode to be able to talk about it? Because, I mean, this next month is going to be insane, and you're right in the midst of it.
I'm in the midst of it. I love it. I embrace it. The issue I have is from the general public. Like, if you know your fight game, so if you want to talk and you have a point or an argument, let's do it, man. You know boxing, you know mixed martial arts. I appreciate your point of view. But I'll go to my barber, pick up my coffee in LA, and I'll have random people go, Schaub, come on. I saw it in Showtime, man. You got to be kidding me. You think Conor has an actual chance? And I've dealt with it so much. All I ask, I go, hold on. Do you watch boxing? They go, no. I go, all right. Well, do you watch UFC? They go, no. I go, then what? We might as well talk chemical engineering. You don't know. It doesn't matter what my view is. You're just regurgitating something you heard maybe Skip Bayless say, an uneducated opinion. It doesn't make sense. So to me, the mainstream media is not doing a good job of educating the general public. Because the general public, they're just regurgitating this very common, vanilla kind of portrayal of this weird story, this spectacle, which it's not. It's actually a really good fight.
Well, to me, one of my pet peeves is the fact that the three words that I feel so many people are ever afraid to say in this modern time we're in is, I don't know.
Correct.
I don't know what's going to happen in this fight. I'm not afraid to say that. And you look at people that just want to take this fight, get a conclusion, and put it into a quick little soundbite, like, this fight's a joke. It's like, this is not going to be a joke to 4 to 5 million homes that could be buying this pay-per-view. It's going to do a number that is probably going to be astounding when it comes out. And the sports world, the mainstream world, it's going to stop on August 26th for this fight. So that is not a joke.
It's not a joke. And the thing is, you know, with the mainstream media, what else are you going to cover? Like, everyone wants to hate on the fight. What else are you going to cover? You want to cover that 3-on-3 crap basketball league? You want to cover that? Allen Iverson's balls down to the floor trying to cross people over? I guess we can cover that. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the offseason in the NFL? Probably not here in Canada. You want to talk about NBA, baseball? Like, this is by far the biggest event. You should be bowing down. This gives everyone content, from TMZ to Ellen to Showtime, ESPN, everyone. You now have this huge event to cover. It's your Super Bowl. They're actually getting more betting on this than any Super Bowl ever. That's how big it is. Showtime, I was talking to Espinoza, he's more worried about their system not being able to handle the amount of pay-per-view buys, because it's going to destroy Pacquiao versus Mayweather. That's crazy, man.
And that was the case for that fight, that they had to delay the fight because of all the orders that were coming in at the last minute. It just seems, as much as people want to look at pay-per-view and where is this as a medium, to me, it's the perfect place to put. You couldn't make this money on broadcast television for this fight. It is going to be so enormous, and it's going to show what is the highest level a pay-per-view can generate.
It's literally the $1 billion fight. It's going to generate $1 billion. That's nuts, man. No, you can't match up anyone else in the world and create this demand. You just can't. And I think it's cool to see. I don't get the hate. And what's weird is, you know, I have this stance on where I think Conor has a good shot to win this or win some rounds, stuff like that. I don't get too much hate from the boxing community. Mm-hmm. The boxing community is a little open-minded. I mean, there's Max Kellerman, those guys, and I bet Max Kellerman $100,000 that Conor's going to win rounds. I get more hate from the MMA community, which is so strange to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's interesting that a lot of people just doubt that there is any possibility here to a Conor McGregor path to victory. Did you hear what Frank Mir had to say?
I have not.
He said, and it came across as, you know, he was very complimentary towards you. He said, Brendan Schaub is a very smart guy. He understands fighting, but he's stating Conor's going to win because it makes for, essentially, that you're going to be the foil here to Paulie Malignaggi. Gotcha.
Man, I wish I was that creative. I wish I was that smart to have this whole elaborate plan where I actually believe in Conor. I'm this good of an actor. Listen, if I was this good of an actor, I'd be in Fast and Furious 17 next to The Rock. Like, I'd be an actor, full-blown actor. I didn't get this gig. Both my podcasts didn't become big by me just throwing bullshit out there. I hate to cuss for you guys. You can edit that.
No, but we're all
good. With Frank, I get where he's coming from. Frank has such a knowledge of fighting, and he's so kind of just so into boxing. You know, he trained with all these boxers, and especially late in his career, and he's been really kind of engulfed in boxing. So to him, it's kind of crazy. And I get his viewpoint. Does Showtime pay me for my analyst work? Yes. Has there ever been a conversation where they go, hey, and they know me, anyone that's ever worked with me, good luck, tell me what to do and give me a point of view. Showtime never said, hey, make sure you push Conor. That would not work. It just wouldn't. It'd come off as fake. The one thing you can't do is pull the sheets over people's eyes these days. You just can't.
What point of the world? What's the moment like after that final leg of the world tour you're involved with? I mean, was every day just bringing more insanity? And I mean, in Toronto here, like this was just incredible.
They should have stopped after Toronto. Yeah. Like in LA, it was kind of feeling out period. You realized the magnitude of this press tour and this fight. You could feel the buzz. Toronto was like nothing I've ever seen. It was ridiculous. It was amazing. You had Drake there. You had people hanging off the rafters. It's packed. The chemistry between those two and Floyd, really bringing it and Conor stepping his game up, delivering like we thought he would do. It's the best press conference I've ever seen. Everyone's tired. Listen, me and Paulie are tired. Brian's tired. The Showtime staff is tired. Think about the fighters. They've come up with content. The best comics in the world, the very best in the world, the best roasters, Tony Hinchcliffe, Bill Burr, some of these guys, have them try and roast the same guy for 4 nights in a row is going to be tough to come up with class material, let alone these fighters. So the first two, great job. Then we get to Brooklyn. We're exhausted. They're exhausted. It's a bit of a gong show. It's not, it's not great. And then London was all right, but I wish they would have stopped after Toronto.
You also had to deal with the monkey wrench. I mean, the press release came out that Ariel Helwani was going to be part of the Showtime coverage, and I was very disappointed with what happened.
Me
Ariel's
too.
a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I love Ariel.
That was a big break for him, and then it gets pulled. You were supposed to be working with him. What was that dynamic like where you're getting this? I mean, he was all the way flown to California and gets summoned to the hotel.
Have you heard this story? Has Ariel told you? So the night before the show, Ariel reaches out to me. Me and Ariel are cool. I've always been cool with Ariel. He texts me and goes, hey man, excited to work with you. I went, yeah, I know. I can't believe they passed both of us. I said, it's going to be crazy. Have your head on a swivel just in case. Ha ha ha, joking. So he takes a red eye from New York. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's messed up. He takes a red eye from New York to LA, and we're at the hotel where we're going to meet and go over everything in the production meeting. And he's in a 3-piece suit, but the jacket top. I was going to wear the exact same thing. He has his back towards me. I walked up and I went, man, good thing I didn't wear the same thing because we'd look like blackjack dealers, like making some lame joke just to break the ice. And he turns around and he has, his eyes are, they're heavy. And I go, what's wrong with you? And he goes, I'm out. I went, what do you mean? He goes, I'm out. When I found out the news, I just felt for him, man. I felt for him, and I've kind of always wanted to work with Ariel. We're complete polar opposites, man. I am not a journalist. I'm a personality with very strong opinions. Ariel is our, Dan Patrick. He's the best we have as far as journalists goes. He's so damn good. I thought, and it also validates Showtime having him part of that.
Absolutely.
So I thought it would have been a great dynamic. And Ariel doesn't agree with everything I say. But he has some facts to back it up. So we'd have had a good conversation. I would have loved that. What can you do? Yeah. The show goes on. I thought it was a bad idea not to have him. Ariel's going to keep doing Ariel stuff, and I hope it works out. But I don't know the details either. Like I was getting a lot of flack from people saying, "Man, you should boycott and walk off for Ariel." I love Ariel. I got bills myself, and it's a huge opportunity for me. I don't know Ariel like that. I also don't know the backstory. I have no idea what's going on there. If I did, maybe it's a different conversation. But Ariel's going to be fine. It sucks, but Ariel's going to be fine.
In terms of working with Mauro Ranallo, you've had the opportunity not just with Showtime, but also the recent Bellator event to be working with him. What was that experience working with Mauro?
Yeah, Mauro's amazing, right? He's one of the best in the business. I've been so fortunate, man. Those guys make me look good. I'm not this smart. I'm not this good at breaking down fights. I think having Mauro, and then working with Goldie, working with Paulie Malignaggi, working with Brian from Showtime, all these guys just make me look better than I am. With Mauro, when we shot that piece, no one really knew we were doing it. It's the first kind of thing I did with Showtime. I had a show in New York at Gotham Comedy Club, and my team and Showtime were trying to figure out an agreement. And they figured out halfway through my show, my phone's blown up, but I'm doing my show, and they go, man, we know you leave the next morning. Showtime wants to shoot tonight at midnight, do this piece. And I'm okay, cool. So we were at the very top of this building, basically next to the Empire State Building. They built this whole set. Yeah. And we get there, Mauro goes, yeah, we're just going to talk Floyd Mayweather, Conor. Went, perfect. And he goes, you actually think Conor has a chance? I go, 100%. Mauro goes, great. I don't. I went, all right, can we roll? And they go, we're just going to do 5-10 minutes. I went, that's not enough time. And Mauro goes, no, we'll figure out. I think we did an hour, me and him arguing. I was so passionate. I was in Mauro's face, literally screaming at him, showing the distance control and stuff like that. And it was great, man. I love Mauro.
Yeah, he's, you're also, without doing Mauro's deep voice as well, with the, great buddy, we're going to nail this.
Yeah. He's like, so you're telling me he actually has a chance, Brendan? I'm like, yeah, man. God dang it. Yes.